Have you ever wondered if history is more than just accidents and great leaders? What if the events we read about in textbooks are only the surface of a much deeper story? What if unseen hands have shaped our world from the shadows? These hidden influencers have been the true architects of our past, working behind the scenes. Imagine a grand theater kings, queens, and revolutionaries on stage, but the real power lies behind the curtain. Those who write the script and pull the strings. They are the puppet masters, orchestrating events to their own design. Powerful banking families and secret societies have left their fingerprints on history, financing wars and influencing governments. Their influence is both profound and far-reaching. These are not just conspiracy theories, but documented connections that challenge the official narrative. The evidence is there for those willing to look. From Rome's fall to the French Revolution, history is filled with evidence of silent partners shaping the destiny of millions. These silent architects have left an indelible mark on the world we know today. During the French Revolution, international bankers funded all sides, ensuring influence over whatever government emerged. This was the birth of financial empires, powerful, borderless, and built on controlling national debt. By the 19th century, a handful of banking dynasties could trigger booms, busts, and wars, all for profit. Wars became business ventures, with factories producing weapons and governments borrowing vast sums. The real decisions were made in boardrooms, not battlefields. If you follow the money, you find the true architects of history. In 1913, the U.S. Federal Reserve Act quietly handed control of America's money to private bankers, forever altering the nation's financial landscape. What seemed like a technical reform was, in reality, a seismic shift in economic power. This shift gave a small, unelected group the power to print money, control credit, and profit from national debt, reshaping the very foundation of the American economy and influencing every citizen's life. Just months later, World War I erupted, financed on an unprecedented scale by these new central banks. The ability to create money out of thin air fueled a war machine the world had never seen before. Political power became inseparable from financial power. Wars could now be waged with borrowed money, and governments became increasingly dependent on the bankers who held the purse strings. The fate of nations was decided in the quiet rooms of bankers, not by elected leaders. Behind closed doors, destinies were shaped by those who controlled the flow of money. The puppeteers now printed the very strings they pulled, orchestrating events from the shadows and forever changing the course of history. After two devastating world wars, the Cold War emerged as a new kind of conflict. A battle for minds and beliefs, not just territory or borders. Nations realized that the most powerful weapon wasn't always a bomb or a gun, but the ability to shape what people thought, felt, and feared. Psychological warfare and propaganda replaced bombs. Covert programs like MKUltra sought to control thought itself, experimenting with ways to influence, manipulate, and even break the human mind, all in the name of national security. News, movies, and culture became powerful weapons, shaping reality and public opinion. Every headline, every film, every broadcast was a tool in the struggle to win hearts and minds. The lesson was clear. Armies aren't always needed to control a nation. If you can control what people see, hear, and believe, you can control their actions and their future. The most effective prison is the one you can't see, the mind itself. When thoughts are shaped from the outside, freedom becomes an illusion. These techniques didn't vanish with the fall of the Berlin Wall. They simply evolved, adapting to a more connected digital world where influence travels faster than ever before. Today, the war for perception is everywhere, on our screens, in our feeds, and in our minds. And in many ways, it has only just begun. Today, the war for your mind is online. Your phone is the new battlefield. Algorithms shape what you see, creating echo chambers and making manipulation easier than ever. Misinformation, social division, and election interference are now digital weapons. We trade privacy for convenience, arming those who seek to control us. Our attention is the prize. We are the product. To reclaim our future, we must recognize the hidden hands shaping our perceptions. The question remains: who will be the architect of tomorrow?